guys, how you doing? I hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. Y'all, it's hot outside. When I say it's hot, it's hot. But I got a blanket because it's freezing in here. But anyway, y'all, I got some sad news again. We just talked about this yesterday. What the hell is going on? Another mass shooting. What is this? I didn't tell y'all yesterday. When we try to have a good time, it's always somebody has to ruin it. And ruin it in the worst way. This is just so sad. It's really sad, y'all. I'm going to read y'all. Y'all know I have my computer here. And I'm going to read this story to you because I really didn't hear the whole story till just a few minutes ago. And I was like, no, it's impossible. There, another one. It was just one yesterday and the day before yesterday and the day before yesterday. What is up with these mass shootings? This is awful. Okay, y'all. So this here happened in Kentucky, Florence, Kentucky. 4 gone and 3 injured in mass shooting at a birthday party in Florence. I told y'all, you try to have a nice little party, somebody got to ruin it. We just got finished talking about this yesterday. It's just ridiculous. 4 people are dead and 3 others was hospitalized after a mass shooting overnight at a home in northern Kentucky. The suspected shooter also died from a self-inflicted wound in his car afterwards. Excuse me, bringing the total of deaths told in connection with this incident to 5. So 4 he offed and himself make 5. But remind you, he shot 3 more people. It's a shame, y'all. It is just a shame. It's so unacceptable. Like I'm not feeling this. I got something cold to drink because it's... Oh. I got a picture of him, y'all. Florence police said police officers responded to a home on Ridgecrest Drive in Florence, Kentucky at 2:51 a.m. in the morning. Early Saturday. Today is Saturday. After receiving several calls for reports of active shooter inside the residence. Oh my God, y'all. When they arrived, police said they still heard shots. They said when the cops got there, they still was shooting. This person still was shooting. What the hell? He was still shooting when the cops got there, y'all. Oh my God. They said they could still hear the shots. When they got outside the residence, officers said they found 7 people suffering from gunshot wounds. 4 of them which was pronounced gone on the scene. Police said the birthday party was currently going on at the residence of Melissa. She was 44, who was throwing the party for her 21-year-old son. Pratt, the last name is Pratt, it's Melissa, was identified as one of the victims who was, oh my God, was killed in the shooting. The other victim has been identified as, y'all, this is so sad, Shane Miller, 20 years old. They from Florence. Hayden, if I say your name, I'm going to say right. Hayden. He was 20 years old. Delancey was 19 years old. This don't make no sense. And other 3 victims were transported to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center. Their conditions are currently listed as as critical but stable. Thank God. Police said that Garvey had Gar- police said that Garvey had fled the scene by motor vehicle by the time officers had arrived. So the guy name is Garvey, I guess. Officers said they quickly located the suspect fleeing near Farmview Drive and US 42 in an attempt to pull him over, leading to a pursuit. The pursuit ended on Dell Hembrock Way near Hicks Pike after the suspect vehicle drove off the road and into a ditch. Officers said they found Garvey had sustained a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and was taken to Elizabeth Hospital, St. Elizabeth Hospital, where he was pronounced gone. So the suspect killed himself. And he's young. What went wrong here? It's crazy. Police said that their preliminary investigation indicates that Garvey was not an attendee of the party and is believed by police to have come to the house with the sole intent of committing violent attack on the house residents. He wasn't even invited. So, did they know him? Did this guy just say, you know what, let me just go to this house and do this? He had to know them because he knew a party was going on. This is just ridiculous. According to a court records, Garvey had 2 prior felonies convictions in Kentucky for the R word, y'all, in the first degree, and S in the second degree. Oh, he was no good. Both dated back to 2021. Police confirmed Garvey's criminal record in their press conference. Florence Police Chief Jeff Marley appeared emotional throughout the duration of Saturday's press conference. It is emotional. I could just imagine that's your city, and for this young man to go in somebody's home and they celebrating their child's 21st birthday, and you go in there and start lighting up their house. Like, that's crazy. This mental illness thing is ridiculous. They really need to get behind, like, why would he do something like that? Why did he pick that house? You know what I'm saying? Like, why pick this house? I mean, this doesn't make any sense. They said he wasn't even invited. Like, what is your problem, bro? We never dealt with this. This is the excuse me. This is the chief speaking. He said we never dealt with this before. We know it's going on throughout the nation. I told y'all yesterday. I told y'all when people want to fight, my eye jumping. So see that, y'all? My eye is jumping, like, for real. My eye jumping. See, I told y'all. Y'all want to go to these here parties and have a good time, but you really don't know what can happen, and you gotta pray. I always pray when I walk out the door that, God, please let me just get to A to B and back home, to C. And it's a shame that this is happening, and don't just think it's happening to black and brown. It's hitting everybody. Done lost their damn mind. I think it's from the seed. I think it's from when we had the seed, the colon. I really think that something was in the air, because this doesn't make any sense. People is acting really weird. All this money, I'm just saying this here, I'm just throwing this out there. All this money they send into all these different countries to fight and all that stuff, they need to be putting into United States of America healthcare. That's what they need to be doing, because this is a lot. You know what I'm saying? And people have to see this. You know what I'm saying? That they need more mental health, you know, in this country, period. And you can forget about the gun law because that's not even going to happen. It's not even going to happen. But what I'm saying is, you can have a gun and don't shoot it. You know what I'm saying? But just for you just to be, you know, if you're mentally, you know, unhinged, you know, you're going to go get the gun. So it goes back to mental, you know, mental health. They need to put some money, put some, the billions that y'all sending over there, put some billions here in the United States for mental illness. Because this is sad that we got to, every single day, we have to wake up to a mass shooting. And it's getting closer and closer to home. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this is just, I don't even know what to say, y'all. Okay, let me finish reading, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. Shoot it. Okay. I'm confused. Hold on. The chief said also that officers had shown up earlier in the night to the house for a loud noise complaint that was unrelated to the shooting. The Florence Police Department investigation and crime scene unit respond to the scene to investigate. Police said there is currently no ongoing threat to the public, saying the suspect acted alone. The Florence Police Department is asking anyone with any type of information that's relevant, you know, to this incident to contact them at 1-859-371-1234. And and they said they will continue to update excuse me, y'all. Continue to update us with, you know, went on. Let me But let me show y'all this picture, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all this picture. I hope this him. Let me make sure now, cause I don't want to be showing nobody picture and it ain't them, but I think it's him. Oh, I know that's not him. Let me go inside. Let me just go to the. Let me, before I even show that picture, I can't do that. Let me make sure that's him, because just because a picture popped up don't mean it's him. I don't want to be showing y'all a picture of somebody and they be like, oh no, see? Okay, here we go. 4 hours ago. That's him. Let me show you who did this, y'all. The shooter, 20-year-old Chase Garvey. Victim identified. This is him, y'all. This is him. That's him, y'all. Chase. That's Chase Garvey. That's Chase Garvey. That's so unreal. But y'all, they did do an update on the news. Not really. They just talked about, you know, what happened. So I'm gonna play you the small. It's not a long clip. It's a very small clip, so y'all can see it. It's just really a shame. It's a shame. But that's the man, Chase Garvey. But he's gone. He offed himself. So, you know, we have to pray for the families, you know, because I know they're hurting. This has to be devastating. You know, my heart goes out to all 7 of them that is suffering. You know, 4 that, you know, is gone and 3 that's still in the hospital. That my heart goes out to them. I am so sorry that this is happening back to back to back to back. This is so unacceptable, y'all. Like, for real. Like, oh, this is driving me crazy. Every day. We just talked yesterday, didn't we? Didn't we just talk yesterday about this? I told y'all, try to do something nice, and somebody gotta come and do something. It doesn't matter your skin color. Like, for real, for real. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's happening all over, like you said, all over the nation. It's happening. So you got to be careful, y'all, when y'all go to these here parties. Y'all be on your P's and Q's, you know, no arguing, no whatever. But they wasn't doing none of that. They was there having a good time. And Chase wanted to go there and do what he do. But I guess they're gonna have to, you know, look into why Chase had did this. You know, was it, you know, did he know these people? He had to know them. There's no way he just walking down the block and he said, let me just go to this house because they're having a party. No. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all see the video, okay? And y'all hit that like button and subscribe, y'all. Y'all tell me down below, like, do you feel safe, like, when you go, like, to a cookout or a birthday party? Do you feel safe? Like, answer me down below. Like, you know, let me know how you feel. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't feel safe. It has nothing to do with my friends. It has nothing to do with my friends, because when, you know, people drink or smoke or whatever the case may be, or they may know each other from whatever, it just may happen. So y'all let me know, like, down in the comments, how y'all feel about this here. Do y'all feel safe or not? You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all, look at the video.
9 News on the Saturday night. I'm Brett Bagansky, and we begin with that breaking news out of Florence that's been developing all day. 4 people are dead. 3 others are in the hospital after they got shot around 2 o'clock this morning. This happened during a 21st birthday party. Florence police confirmed the shooter died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Here are the names of the victims. 20-year-old Shane Miller from Florence, 20-year-old Hayden Ribicki from Ellesmere, 19-year-old Delaney Erie from Burlington, and 44-year-old Melissa Parrott. The 3 other people injured are expected to survive, but police have not identified them. All of them attended that party at a home on Ridgecrest Drive. And we have our team coverage tonight. Our Sean Delancey and Anna Azalian are standing by as we're starting to know more about the victims from their neighbors and friends. So we're going to start with you, Sean. Walk us through the latest in this investigation.
Yeah, Brett, a little over 12 hours since that gunman shot and killed 4 people and injured 3 others inside of this home along Ridgecrest Drive. Florence police have wrapped up the bulk of their initial investigation. They have cleared the roadway, and now the home is the only thing left wrapped in crime scene tape. Florence Police Chief Jeff Mallory says right around 2:30 a.m. they got multiple calls of an active shooter at this birthday party in a home along Ridgecrest. Neighbors described a scene of people scrambling, jumping over fences, running for their lives. Mallory says that a man later identified as Chase Garvey came to the party uninvited and opened fire. As police arrived on scene, Mallory says that they could still hear gunfire, but Garvey left before they could stop him. Mallory says the first officers on scene immediately began rendering life-saving aid to anyone they could and ended up transporting 3 people to the hospital in critical condition.
We train on this, hoping that it would never happen, but unfortunately, we've been touched like so many other departments and cities throughout the nation. And our training for our guys and men and women really kicked in, and they did an exceptional job.
4 people killed and 3 injured.
Now, Mallory says that arriving officers spotted Garvey's car taking off from the scene and began chasing him from Route 42 onto Hicks Pike. There, he says Garvey shot himself with his gun and then crashed the car. The suspected gunman was taken to St. Elizabeth, where he died. Now, there is a lot of speculation at this point circulating around the neighborhood as to what caused this shooting to happen, but Mallory says right now, at this point, the motive is still under investigation.
Sean, we know it's been an emotional day in Florence and for much of the tri-state. You were at the news conference today, and you heard Chief Mallory get emotional. You hear it in his voice, and you asked him about that.
Yeah, Brett, I've probably been to more than 1,000 press conferences with police officers at this point, and one thing that I noticed during the press conference is that you could definitely hear the emotion in Chief Mallory's voice. The first question I asked, the first question overall, was why he was feeling this one in particular. He says that mass shootings are not something that they deal with in Florence. They've seen it elsewhere, but not here, and that does make it different here. He says that the emotion that he's feeling right now is for the victim, for the victim's friends and family, and for the officers that have had to go through this. He says that they will be doing everything they can to support all of them.
You heard Chief Mallory say that was the first mass shooting they had in Florence. Sean, thank you for that. All right, let's bring in Anna Azalea now. So, Anna, all day we have been hearing from neighbors and friends of those who were injured and even killed. Certainly, this is something no one expected.
Right, exactly. That's what everyone here has been telling me. We've spoken with several neighbors and friends who say they were at the party here, but they left before the shooting happened. Then they say they were woken up to texts telling them about this awful news, and now they say they're grieving.
I didn't know what to think.
Adam was one of the neighbors at his friend's 21st birthday party. He asked us not to show his face or share his last name out of concern for his safety. Friday, he thought the day was all about celebration, but after he'd gone home and gone to bed, he found out celebration turned into tragedy.
So many emotions, my mind's been racing. I couldn't sleep at all once I woke up and got the news.
Leah Moore was also at the party, and just like Adam, she went home before the shooting.
I heard, this like pop, pop, pop. And then in my mind, I thought that it was, leftover fireworks.
But later, she found out it was gunshots. And now she's mourning the loss of all 4 people who died, including 44-year-old Marissa Parrott. It was Parrott's son's birthday party.
What I'm gonna miss most about Missy, and especially Missy, is her spirit, her personality. She's, a lot of people will tell you that the people close to them are one of the best people they've ever met, but truly Missy was that.
And the friends and neighbors we spoke with say that all 4 victims who died were truly great people who they're now grieving. In Florence, Anna Azalea.